Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Nobunaga's Ambition, Sphere of Influence on the Mysterious JG. We just had another big battle right outside Odawara Castle. It's like the Hojo don't want to give up Odawara Castle. I don't get it. So, we can knock their gates. It's only down to 7,500. I think our forces that are there are too weak to take the castle. No, we will do it. We'll do that, and then we'll be facing another unit. It's probably a pretty good thing that unit didn't arrive while we were still frickin' fighting in front of Odawara Castle. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have had the Nagao go after the Takeda. Maybe I should have had the Nagao continue fighting the Hojo, but the Takeda were kind of in the way. I think what we're starting to see here is that the Matsudaira are going to take over. And you know, there are worse things that could happen. Food is just gone. And you know what? Frankly, Ryu Doragon's force is spent. It's time to cut our losses with that. Kicho's unit could pull back to Sunpu, and then we could see what happens. They might even be able to... Well, they wouldn't be able to take Kanbara Castle, but... I won't pull them completely out of the fight yet. Nobunaga's unit and Mitsuhide's unit could take Odawara. I still don't understand what he's doing other than distracting us.
Everyone, follow me. Understood.
The Lion of Sagami, or whatever the hell his name. I get the animal nicknames confused. Everybody had an animal nickname back at that point. I like the Tiger Akai, the Dragon of Echigo, the Badger of Bichu. Over here we do have a big ass Chosokabe unit, and it's going to be intercepted by a much smaller Imago. You know, if you guys can buy me enough time to take over this city, I'll be satisfied with that. So we want Nagahide to encircle, and Mr. P, who came down to encircle. The city has not a lot of hit points. So actually, you got food, yeah. Charlton Jaina can actually head for home. I don't think the Chosokabe can get there in time to make the save, unless but I keep forgetting there's little routes down here too. This unit might be coming to rough up some of our cities. I mean, I hope it's not, but and I'm thinking we may be handing over Odawara Castle to the Matsudaira. But the other thing is that the Matsudaira might go in and have a long extended campaign for it where they can't win, but they weaken it, in which case maybe we get Odawara Castle after all. That's right, I had a force coming in here to make war on the Takeda, and there were so many other things going on, it was kind of hard to keep an eye on it. But my apologies to Master Miller and to any created officers who might be in this unit, because I don't really have to apologize to Mitsuharu Fuwa. I think he's okay. Master Miller refuses to take a prosthetic. He never wants to forget what happened to him. Well, I mean, I feel like you're not going to forget, but okay. Meanwhile, the Matsudaira aren't really doing a whole lot about taking the city from the Takeda as I'd hoped. And hell, maybe... Well, no, never mind. There's units coming out. I was about to say, maybe I should have taken it over for myself after all. So I think I'm officially pulling out of Odawara. We've done enough diplomacy on Daite Clan to form a one-year alliance. Yes, appliance. Yes, continue diplomacy. I have a sickening feeling that Odawara Castle is going to start repairing that hit points as soon as we get back to a domestic turn. I don't think we have any realistic chance of capturing Uchiyasu Hojo, but that would be interesting if we did. Certainly we'd have to kill him. Our collusion messengers returned with a reply from Sugumitsu Yusa. To think that you would have such need of me, I will join you joyfully. I don't even remember who he... Yeah, he was just Hojo, so we hired him. Well, you are backing off. I think one thing we determined was that, yeah, I can't get Odawara Castle, like, surrounded for long enough to fall. There's always more Hojo coming. And as depleted, but I mean, geez, these troop counts. Now, another unit, if we encircled it again, another unit would definitely come out of Tamanawa. And, possibly, yeah, and from Kawagoe, and, yeah, there's cities that have enough forces that they would attack. That's just the way it is. Well, now we've got to the point where some of the biggest cities are the ones that they took from the Takeda just because they're the farthest away. Oh my god! Some young guy is besieging a Hojo city. It's not just his force, it's some young guy. Delicious Tacos is preparing to lay siege to a Hojo city. I mean, they're doing everything that they can. The Hojo are concentrating almost all their force on me right now. I mean, geez, it's a good thing for them they turned the Takeda when they did. Even though I thought that the one that would flip would be the Suzuki Samurai. I gotta make that joke now while they're still around. Because that won't be for long. Alright, so we're gonna let Uchiyasu go. Although I feel like as soon as we stop engaging him, he's gonna come after us. Oh no, Shonyo Honganji. Isn't he the one who, like, joined our side? Even giving my life, I cannot bind this nation together. Yep, he actually defected over to me. So this guy gained... I became more agile as I watched him die. I've gained the rouse trait.
Let's begin the meeting.
Let's begin the meeting.
Reporting in.
Boss, our army of 10,000 is fighting an army of 1,000 at Aida. We're winning. We have Tottori Castle surrounded by a force of 9,000. It should fall rather quickly.
Here is last month's balance.
So we spent more than we made. Again.
Reporting in.
Seems like... Oh, okay, hold on. I looked around. Psychic Castle, couldn't find anything. Couldn't find anything. Nobushige Oyamada is not going to switch sides. Our coalition disbands in 1 month. All of the training's paid off. I've grown. I'll keep a level head and continue to improve. So we're going to want to save probably on a different slot. We got 1 month left in the coalition, folks, and I think I'll play up till the end of the coalition and then call it a short little session. I got fond of this pattern of recording this game on Sunday night, which kind of sucks because it makes it even harder to want to end the session because, you know, then the next thing you're going to do is go to bed, and the next time you'll be conscious will be for work on Monday morning, which is most people's least favorite time of the week. Wow, oh, they're sending these really weak little units because I ordered them to attack when they already had a bunch of forces out. So they probably are sending from the same forces that already marched. Same cities that already marched. Alright, well, let's not waste this turn. We've got a Western merchant who's visiting. He's not really selling anything super awesome, except I guess horses, which are pretty awesome. Where can I build a facility? All that road repair I got working on during a time of no money was probably not that wise, but... So these are all working to be cargomens. Well, no, this is going to be an orchard, but... This will be a fishery. I was about to build a say cathedral, but no, I got horses, so I have to build stables here. And then a ranch. And we don't seem to have any castles with no people in them, because otherwise I'd be getting that. Yeah, I guess Shimoda didn't have any people, but I kind of figured, hey, I must have sent some people there, because I usually don't. Usually when I know I'm ending a video or a session, even just a video, I'll make sure I'm sending domestic, officers to a city if I have a city with nobody. Diplomacy and gain trust, Imperial Court. It's been a long time since we requested a post from the Imperial Court. Eastern, Western, Supreme General, Dragon General. Fire General, Water General, Earth General, Rear General. Artillery cap. Oh, these are lower class ones. Why am I? Yeah. I mean, higher class. I want the highest class one I can get. Fire General. I think Supreme General sounds like fun. But I'd need to have a lot of money when I do this. Or maybe I want to wait and deal with the Imperial Court after the, Well, then again, maybe I want to have the highest rank possible on the court when it's time to start forming new alliances. We've got people we can conspire with. This guy can be pacified. He's probably, whatever. I was going to try to hire him. But there's officers in Odawara. There's no troops in Odawara to march out against me, so. You had a change of heart and are no longer willing to betray us, right? Somebody did. Well, the only one that I ever really seem to shoot for is extract, so. Guys who are pissed off still suck. Could be the shortest, or it could be time to well, I kind of want to end this and get to the next month and see then if I can immediately form another anti-Hojo coalition. Hojo might not be big enough to form a coalition against anymore. They are definitely a smaller force than they were.
What are you wanting?
I'm going to sell food. And I am going to buy... I'm going to try... because I picked up some cities since the last time. I'm going to sell food. And I'm going to try to get the highest court rank that I can currently get, which would be lower 5th class, because you come down here, these were ones that I saw earlier, right? Yeah. We want to move up in the ranks, not down. So let's try to become the Supreme General, Supreme Ninja. And that will take our Imperial Trust down to 0, but it'll also mean that we make big money. I guess we could start forming, we could start forming alliances now. I would basically want to make sure that I stay on good terms with the Imago, because they're still our friends. And they're a bulwark between us and hostiles to the west that I don't want to deal with yet. And at this point, we already have a permanent alliance with the Matsudaira. So it would be the Nagao and the Imago. And at this point, the Satake even. How powerful did you guys get over the course of your actually getting to attack the Hojo a bit? Because things were at a point where you could get away with that. You are smaller than the Matsudaira. But at this point, you're bigger than the Takeda. We're really in a bad way. Let's negotiate with... I don't know if I need to be in alliance with them. I mean, being on good terms with them is probably enough. But I don't want the Nagao to suddenly turn on me. A 24-month, a 2-year alliance with the Nagao, and then go right back to work on building up trust. I think would be a really good idea. And then probably the same thing. We already have an alliance with you guys. And then the same thing with the Imago. No, not marriage. Although I've got chicks, I could do that. And then, yeah, this is still telling me to do civil stuff, but I think they're talking about buying things, and I just wanted to have a girth of cash available for when they next. Well, I guess I could buy.
What are you wanting?
I could buy 8,000 horses and whiskey for my man, and I could buy 8,000. That would leave me with what? Oof. What about 4,000 guns and 4,000 horses? Because I want to leave some money for the imperial bribe that will be coming. So that would be about 17.
What are you wanting?
17 plus 13. That would be about 30. Can't buy exactly how many as I wanted now. That's more than I... No, 2009. Where did that leave me? Oh, possess 10,000 more muskets has been accomplished. That was part of... Oh, that's right. I have some weird-ass quest about getting a globe that I forgot all about. There's other stuff going on right now, you know what I mean? Promote Western trade. Obtain a globe. Obtain 6 or more ports. Failure conditions. Lose the globe after obtaining it. Yeah, that worked out roughly right. I got a little bit more muskets than horses, but I got plenty of both. And I got a good amount of money left. I think we can go back to action. So, you guys are being besieged, but I'm not getting the little message to say whether I've got enough troops. And I think I'm going to take a city from the Takeda up here, because I don't think the Takeda have the forces to do anything. Although they're trying. They've got a... is this like a tribe unit? Yeah. We got more tribe forces coming after me, although I got tribe forces backing me up. Could battle them 12-1, but I don't want to take the time. I'm trying to be fairly efficient in this video. Wait a second. Are you marching away from that fight? Oh, yeah, because you just got your ass kicked. So you're probably trying to escape. Oh, man, the Dragon of Echigo is out there personally fighting the Tiger of Kai. That's some good shit. I need to get up there and try to take over that city. Yeah, I'm not above doing to the Takeda what I got so mad at the Matsudaira for doing to me. This is where shit's getting real over here. So we took out a unit. Now those guys are backing off of Odawara Castle. Because, oh, you sons of bitches, you're not even going to fight for it now? They're just going to let the Matsudaira take it. Now, yeah, the Matsudaira had them outnumbered beyond what they could have done anything about, but... No! I'll do it myself. I'll personally take that castle. Fuck off, Matsudaira! Ryu Doragon retreating. Hell, maybe Kicho can somehow take over this castle. Her unit's not big enough. She is a girl, after all.
Yes.
Yes, I'm a girl. A remote warrior supposed to be brave. I mean, this is the most interesting action that's still going on, even if it's no longer going to be me taking the city. And they're going to encircle, or they're going to back off?
You don't have a chance.
I picked up the Blitz trait and the Reckless trait. Looks like Kicho just kind of, in the course of business, took over this, took out that unit. She only got 34 days worth of provisions, but hell, maybe she could take over. Are you turning around again? Make up your fucking mind, man.
Moving out.
Wow. Lethal is out there fighting with a unit of 300 men. He doesn't... Guy doesn't know when to quit. We've got enough troops to actually take over that castle. So this is the Matsudaira are now there. These are messages reaching Imperial Courts. I would love to grant your wish, but perhaps with a gift of 18,000 gold. Yeah, well, that was the thing to do. Nobunaga Oda assigned Supreme General by Imperial Court. Supreme General! Supreme General! Ha ha ha! Supreme General, you say? Well, I'll make use of this power. I ain't losing this one. You probably ain't losing that one. It seems the Gao clan has given us their answer. You would join us in this fight for justice. Very well. Let's have a drink, buddy. This guy, better known to me as Kenshin Uesugi, was known to have a clockwork liver. Made a 24-month alliance with the Nagao clan. Alright. Come on, let us get in there. We want to be...
Now's the time.
Mr. P, longtime officer of the Imagawa, has helping us take out and thus roll over the Suzuki samurai. Suzuki clan was eliminated by Oda clan on December 1555, and we captured enemy officers. Everything's coming up Oda, except for the fact that Odawara Castle is about to go to the Matsudaira. I would say I'm the one who did the work there, because the guys who were coming to defend it actually retreated because of the sheer size of the Matsudaira force that was coming. But that was a smaller force than I had thrown up there. Maybe we'll get credit for this. And maybe, I mean, who knows, we might get credit for this. Did I ask them to support me directly in that attack? I can't remember. Meanwhile, this guy who actually was, Miri Katoji actually was helping us during that fight. The various fights outside of the castle, but oh man, it's getting real over here. You got Shingen, you got whoever this guy is. I don't see Bobo, but are you down to 1,000 troops? I thought you had 10,000. Oh no, I can't tell how big your unit is. Weird. So you appear to be badly outnumbered there. We are going to take that city. I guess I pulled out to see, to order these guys to return home, but also to see if the Chosakabe were gonna... Oh, the Chosakabe look like they want to force the Amago off of their shores. You guys successfully took the city.
Heading back.
I think you can go home.
Back to the castle.
Well, I mean, unless I want to try to have you guys aid my allies up here.
Acknowledged.
I would need you to... Well, no, wait, you'll get food on the way. I'll have you come up to Saika. Capital city of Psycho Sid's empire. Combined, they have enough strength to defeat that big-ass Chosakabe force, but... I don't necessarily want to provoke the Chosakabe, but if I'm allied with the Nagao, and the Chosakabe are already, like... well, no, they got 60 trust, but they refuse because they're in a coalition. So I might actually be able to placate them. at a later time. Anyway, I guess I can get in one more video if the alliance is about to end. Because I wanted to do... well, no, I'll tell you what. Let's let this one go just a little long. Because I wanted to check in with the created officers once the coalitions were over. What's bothering me is that I don't think Odawara Castle's fate is going to be solved before the end of the month. Seems the Imago clan has given us their answer. So you want to join forces? Sure, why not? We are not involved in the siege, are we? Picked up the statesman trait. Messrs come from the Besho clan. Will you grant him an audience? Sure. Shall we form an alliance and take over this nation together? He wants to be allies for 60 months. I don't remember who they are. They are currently part of the coalition. They are a vassal of the Imago. So I'm surprised that the question came up. Because if they're a vassal of the Imago, then attacking them I thought would be breaking my alliance with the Imago. That being the case, no, I wasn't planning to attack them. I mean, they're the kind of place I would expand to because they would be easy to take over. But I've got other fish to fry. I mean, honestly, if something happened, like, if I have my druthers at this point, I want to maintain enough presence over here to keep the Chosakabe from getting too frisky. And if I can take Odawara, what I really want to do is try to gobble up as much Takeda as I can before the Nagao take it, because there's really good officers there. So if I had, like, you can do whatever you want, the AI is not going to interfere too much, it's probably, now that the Takeda have been kind of contained, or the Hojo have been a little bit contained, focus on... I guess I'd probably be attacking Hojo and Takeda at the same time, because I don't want to let the Takeda just sit and rest. They still have the territory that they started with, and they grew out of that to take over a bunch of territory. So they've still got a lot of good cities and stuff. So we will consent. Aw, we knew it was coming, but... So even giving my life, I could not bind this land together. Nobusada Oda at Ogaki Castle has died. Hey, it's Paige. This is my house! Rejoice, my liege. Katsuie Shibata has adopted a son. He'll be named Katsutoyo when he comes of age. And Naomasa Ban has had a son. Nobumori Sakuma has had a son. He will be Nobuhide. Wow, a lot of people... I guess it's January. A lot of... Like, if they don't know what month of the year you were born in, if they know your birth year, you get born in January. That must be what's going on. Matsudara's clan's reinforcements were unable to fulfill their role. As pathetic as it is, I've fallen ill. I'll have to take some time to rest. Last, I've fallen ill. This guy's got the golden touch trait. On January 1556, after 3 years since its conception, Anti-Hojo Coalition disbanded. Anti-Hojo Coalition is seriously disbanded, but we were so close to slaying Ujiyasu Hojo. Trust of all clans in the Anti-Hojo Coalition has increased. So there are no officers we can leave the castles to. Please order all of our bases directly. What?
Let's begin the meeting.
I don't understand that. We have Aida Castle surrounded by a force of 10,000, Kanabara Castle surrounded by a force of 6,000, Odawara Castle surrounded by a force of 10,000.
Here is last month's balance.
Here's last month's balance. We actually made more than we spent by a little bit.
Reporting in.
Supreme General, you say I'll make this a possibility. We have enough trust from Taki Clan and a conspiracy. Mitsuhide has grown in power. Command castles directly. Are they talking... What are they talking about? Is it because this place doesn't have an officer in it? I do not understand what that message meant. Somebody please say something in the comments. So, I would imagine we're still at war with the Hojo, because they still refuse to talk to us. Oh yeah, this is something to do. Okay, so I'm gonna end my video and probably my session. And next time I want to do a, wrap-up of where the created officers are at, because we haven't done one in a long time, and with the end of the anti-Hojo coalition, things have just changed pretty dramatically in the land. So I went ahead and struck out 2-year alliances, friendly, indebted to Oda clan. We share a common ally, Besho clan. Oh, so the Besho clan really helped us out. Matsudaira, indebted to Oda clan. I don't know exactly what causes that message to trigger, but you're damn right. It's probably just because, yeah, I know exactly what it is. It's because the Matsudaira specifically requested our aid against the Hojo, and we helped them, and that's what started all of this. And then the Nagao, after we ordered them to take a city from the Hojo came to attack it, and we came and defended it. It's actually Tsuchigasaki, right there. Now, we tried to take advantage of the situation once we were in there defending by taking a Nakano Castle, but the Matsudaira ended up with it. Odawara Castle is about to fall, and I'm really curious who gets it. So, maybe what I can do, I want to make absolutely sure that we start up diplomacy with... You can do that personally. That is tempting, but we're going to let Saruko handle it. The reason Saruko is going to handle it is because Nobunaga is going to personally... I think this one might be more important, is maintaining relationships with the Nagao. We'll have Nobunaga do that. And then we need to go back to... Well, hold on now. Let's save our game before we start messing with this. Is there any rule that says we can't start a anti-Hojo alliance right away? Is there any rule? So the Hojo are still large enough to be the target. We would lead, and then we would invite the Azai, Matsudaira, those guys. I can now invite you, Satake. I can now invite the Date. I could now invite you, and I could now oh, we're not high enough. Well, I just saved because I don't actually want to necessarily follow through with that. See, all my good diplomatic officers are, oh, well, you know, you're an Ashikaga girl. You know about the Imperial Court. So, we're not going to save, but I wanted to progress things, because I want to see, first of all, I'm kind of curious as to whether that coalition will come into play, and I also want to see who's going to get Odawara Castle when it falls. The Matsudaira do. The Matsudaira took over the castle after all that we did.
I'm heading back.
And I'm disgusted. The Matsudaira took over Odawara Castle after all we did to take it. I guess the good news now is that I'll let them fucking defend it for a while. Bastards. Alright. We tried so hard to get them to expand, and now they're taking Odawara Castle. This should also fall this turn. I wonder who's going to get credit here. Probably the Matsudaira, because I believe they've got the larger force here.
Run if you want.
Enemy officer captured.
No, but we got that cat. Okay, so if I was going to take my pick, I obviously was going to choose Odawara, but we took over Kanbara Castle, and
Let's head home.
none of this is going to count, folks. I'm going over because it's the last video of my session here, but I want to see if we get an answer about this coalition. Looks like the Takeda were still... Hey, I mean, no point in stopping there. It's going to take a bit of doing, actually, to take out the Takeda. They're going to fight back. And their cities are kind of oddly situated sometimes. But yeah, it's January. That's why all those people got born. Very well. With Oda as our leader, let us defeat the Hojo clan. January 1556, Oda clan formed an anti-Hojo coalition to defeat Hojo clan. And this guy died, not on the battlefield. Nagahide Shiba is doing some stuff. There are no officers to leave. We can leave the castles to. Please order all our bases directly. I don't understand that one, but
Last month's balance. Reporting in.
one of our boys has come of age. Rumor has it somebody is meeting with another clan. I wonder, okay, Yoshikara Rokaku. Is he the guy who really, really sucks? No, it's you. You're not as horrible as these guys. Oh well. Alright, well. Coalition time. Who's in what coalition? Anti-Hojo coalition is us and the Matsudaira. Some jobbers who joined because of something else. Who is in the pro-Hojo coalition? This is what I want to see. And I should have lined it up this way. So the Uchi are not in yet. They'll probably get invited. The anti-Hojo coalition is us, the Matsudaira, now the Date, the Satake, the Nagao, the Azai, the Imago, and then various satellite states. The pro-Hojo coalition is just the Hojo right now. So I would probably need to wait a month to see who is going to join. Keep going. I'm just curious.
We march.
I'm not going to even engage in any of this.
Let's go.
Give them a little time to send out some invites. It's only fair. Power volley. No officers will leave. I don't understand that one. I guess I gotta Google it.
Here is last month's balance. Reporting in.
Ronin are two in our lands. The Ronin warriors. I need to end this video. I don't know who you are. I'm basically just trying to figure out who's going to form a coalition. So it's just the Hojo so far. They haven't actually asked anybody to help them out. Give it another month. Well, the Chosakabe are up to no good. You guys kind of stalled out because I didn't order you to do it. Yeah, but no, I don't care. I'm not using any of this. One of our castles has no lord. I know. I'm going to go back and load. We got a couple of guys, including a created officer. They will probably not join us while the Takeda clan still stands. Yep. Except for one. I say to kill them just to see what that looks like, because it's not going to count anyway. Nah. Keep going. See, I wouldn't have formed those alliances and used up that diplomacy if I knew I was going to go straight to another coalition. He wants a relief force to defend Odawara Castle. You motherfucker! So you took it, you can't hold it, huh?
Let's begin the meeting. Reporting in. Here is last month's balance. Reporting in.
Master Miller's gonna frickin' take out the Takeda by himself. He's using survival knowledge. Do not spit on the battlefield. You'll dehydrate yourself. I mean, yeah, he's taken some losses, like being left to fight completely on his own, but with no input from me. And, yeah, actually, the way it's going, it looks like he would be able to take over the capital of the Takeda. I'm curious who's attacking Odawara. Oh, come on! With the forces that you used to take this place over, you can't fight these guys off? It's a lot of troops, don't get me wrong. But with Odawara Castle, as long as you get their hit points built back up, you don't even need to fight them all off. You just need to fight off enough. Nobunaga, are you going to save his bacon? Which city is Nobunaga's? I thought I moved Nobunaga down here for some reason. That place doesn't have a lord. But yeah, I'm gotta end the dang video. So, coalition. Gave him a couple of months and he hasn't formed a coalition. I'm thinking, probably, it takes the Hojo a while because they didn't, like, have, trust in reserve with these guys. So, okay, learned a couple of things. I don't think I'm going to form an anti-Hojo coalition again right away. I think I'll just kind of play around with things as they are. But there might not be a reason not to, actually, because it gives me free diplomacy with all those guys. But that diplomacy, I'm not sure what it means, because the Takeda betrayed us right in the middle of the coalition, and their trust must have been at near 100 at that point. So I don't really know, folks. I don't really know. But I do know I'm going to end the video. When we come back, I need to make sure that I'm negotiating with my friends that I spent trust forming the 2-year alliances with, and I'm going to do a video to just show what's been going on with our created officers. I hope you'll join me for that, folks. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time as we enter into the post-anti-Hojo coalition era. The era with the most prefixes imaginable. Bye-bye.